Carissa Jackson for Heart of the Home, and we are at the Meadow Event Park. Today, I'll be making ratatouille. It's one of my favorite recipes because it's really light. You don't feel guilty about having 5 to 10 servings because it's lots and lots of vegetables. So we're going to start over here on our cutting board. We have eggplant, we have zucchini, and we have yellow squash. We also have green peppers, tomatoes, and onion. So we are going to start with cutting our eggplant. Cut it in half, then cut it into 4s. And you can make as large or as small pieces as you like. I try to make them about 1 inch thick. Cut cherry tomatoes just in half. We're going to use about a cup of them for this recipe. We have fresh onion. You can choose to cut this onion in rings. You can dice it however you want. I'm just going to cut about 1/4 inch pieces. And then as you can see here, we already started to chop up some of our peppers, and these can be very large, liberal pieces. During the time that you're prepping your vegetables, you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to about 400 degrees. All right. We're going to move over here to our skillet. You want to use about a medium-sized skillet, and you want to put it over medium-high heat. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to our pan. And then some fresh minced garlic. This is the good part when you get to start adding all of your vegetables. So we have some eggplant here that I prepped ahead of time, and we'll go ahead and take the ones from over this way. And then we want to add our zucchini. And squash. These are the firmer of the vegetables that we're going to use, and so we're going to go ahead and let these cook down for about 5 minutes before we add our other ingredients. All right, so our zucchini, our squash, and our eggplant has been cooking for about 3 minutes. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and add our fresh mushrooms. At this point, we can also add some of our spices. I'm going to use some fresh cracked pepper, some sea salt, and a little bit of parsley. Now it's time for us to add our fresh onion, our tomatoes, and green peppers. This only needs to cook for about 3 minutes, and then it'll be time for us to start layering and put it in the oven. So this is one of those recipes where you can also layer things if you don't want to just one-pot it and mix everything up. The reason that I've decided to mix things up is because sometimes I would eat this and I wouldn't get some of the vegetables that I wanted. So I figured the best way to do it is to mix everything all up in one pot and then just layer it with cheese. That's what we're going to do now. So in a deep casserole dish, we're just going to start putting our mixture inside. And at each layer, we are going to sprinkle it with some fresh Parmesan cheese. You want to try to leave as much juice in this pan, not over in your casserole dish, because you don't want it to become one of those slimy, gushy, soupy type of meals, because this is meant to be more about the vegetables and the crispiness of it. And the only thing that should be slimy and gooey is the cheese. You can also be as liberal with the cheese as you want. I'm using about 1 cup of cheese, but if you would like to use more, go ahead. All right, sprinkle it with our last little bit of cheese, and then we are going to place this in the oven for about 15 minutes. Ooh. Looks great. All right. And this can be served as a meal. That's how I like to have it. But some people like to have it as a side. So there you have it, Ratatouille. I'm Caressa Jackson for Heart of the Home. Come and get it.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafarmbureau.org.